everyone, for some more of my Almería career mode for FIFA 21. And we are going to be beginning the Champions League here in this episode. We are going to start things off here with this home match against Olympique Marseille. And we're going to take a look at the calendar here real quick, which, by the way, we did sim this game against Sevilla up top. We did end up beating them 4-0. But we are going to be playing both Champions League games, especially this away match at the Etihad against Manchester City. That's where we're going to end this episode. And then we're going to sim these matches against Valladolid and Granada. But before we continue on, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. So, without further ado, I am going to let you guys know I did promote one of my Youth Academy prospects. Let's see if I can find... Oh, I did, I'm not sure if I talked about this, but I did promote Manu Lucero, the high potential Bolivian. And I also promoted another Bolivian, Christian Rosales, so... Which, I don't think Rosales has high potential, but I do have him loan listed, as you can see. But without further ado, we're going to get right into this. We're going to get into this, we're going to open our Champions League campaign against the French side, Marseille. They're playing a 4-3-3 holding to counteract with a 4-3-3 attack. You can see they got Dimitri Payet playing as a striker, whereas Baptiste is playing as a winger. Those two should be reversed. Rongier, Sanson, Strootman, strong center midfield trio. Chiletta Kerr, Alvaro, the center backs. Not sure which sir that is. Jordan Amavi, the left back, and Steve Madonda, the captain. Seems like he's been there forever. Yeah, I'm going to keep those alternate kits on Marseille. Those look sharp. I didn't get to see weather conditions. Clear skies at the Estadio Mediterraneos. Boy, I'm having trouble speaking today. I do apologize about that. I don't know why I'm stammering like a bumbling idiot, but anyway, we are going to get straight into this match. Yeah, I really need to learn how to talk better, especially when I know when I'm recording a video. How long have I been doing this? But anyway, David De Gea is the featured player here. Could have been Ter Stegen, but Barcelona was just way too unreasonable. But De Gea has been performing admirably so far, so I'm kind of glad that I ended up with him instead of Ter Stegen. And of course, Florian Thauvin playing against his former club. Which in real life, he went to Udinese, which is a very interesting transfer. Kind of had mixed reviews at Tigres. He did shine in a few moments, but other moments he just wasn't up to par. And I know he was injured for a spell there. Which I did see people in on social media that follow Liga MX pretty much said that he was pretty much a sick note for the club. I don't think I would go that far, but yeah, needless to say, he had kind of a turbulent time in Mexico. That was kind of a weird transfer, if I'm being honest, anyway. Okay, I don't want to get copywritten, so I'm going to go ahead and skip past the anthem, as awesome as what it is. Come on, Nunez. I know you can make that run. Oh, good defense. I was going to say good defense by Marseille, though. Darwin Nunez is still able to get the ball in the back of the net. Can we get the ball? Thank you. I'm going to go ahead with Nunez once again. Oh, I went... Now, why did the game think that I was trying... I'm sure you guys know that I was trying to sweat that ball. I'm sure you guys know that. Somehow we get a corner out of that. That is extremely upsetting when the game makes me look stupid like that. I'm sure you guys knew that I was trying to sweat that ball. I'm not sure who that was going out wide. I think that might have been Tovan. But luckily I was able to get a corner out of this, and... Not sure who that is. I think that might be Martinez Cuerta. Who is that? Yeah, it is. Lucas Martinez Cuerta. If I'm not mistaken, plays for Fiorentina in real life. Yeah, I hate when the game... Okay, I got no support this time. I'm just going to go ahead and just rock that in the back of the net. And the ball goes through the net, which is pretty cool. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead. This is a little bit risky. Because I know, at least in this FIFA, 3-0 leads are usually not safe. But they are in this case. We get another clean sheet at home, so that's 3 clean sheets out of 7 for our objective, which, like I said, David De Gea is turning out to be an astute signing for me, so as long as he keeps on performing, I'm going to keep on playing him. But I'm going to go ahead, switch my second team. Now, I do have to say that, for whatever reason, I actually had not one but 2 of my players sent off in this in the match against Sevilla off camera. Salarine ended up getting a straight red, and Rossi ended up getting a straight red, so that's a little bit annoying, but we're gonna go ahead and that's how we're gonna have to do that. This is not ideal, but yeah, I couldn't believe that when I simmed the match and I saw that. I mean, bad enough I had 1 red card, but 2 red cards. I don't know what exactly was going on in that game at Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, but my word, my guys did not have discipline in that game, apparently. And the good thing is that these 2 matches, in which El Bilal Torre, our 3rd string striker, is going to Osasuna for 2 years. But yeah, luckily these 2 games here in LaLiga are both at home, so... But I am going to go ahead and save this. Valladolid currently in 9th on the table, which is kind of interesting, but we're going to go ahead and quick sim this match. And we drop our first points of the season, in which Alaria rescued a point for us, but Barco opened up the scoring. Yeah, that's a little bit of a disappointment. So our perfect record is done, which isn't really good since Real Madrid have yet to drop points this season, but it is what it is. Okay. Gotta tell him he's doing great. Martinez, position change. Oh, that's just Alario. Oops. No, if I drop points against Granada, I'm gonna start to worry just a tad. Okay, make sure that I have my first team up, which I do. Okay, this is another home game. Okay, Lario. We got bigger games coming up. Granada next to last in the LaLiga table. Or should I say in LaLiga table, because La means the in Spanish. In essence, I'm saying the league in English, but anyway, hopefully our first string can get a result here against Granada, playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, currently playing in the Segunda Division. And we do get the win, which Puertas got a consolation 5 minutes from time, but Rossi getting a brace, caught with a red card. But again, the discipline is starting to irk me a little bit, not gonna lie. Player suspended. Robin Koch is out for the next domestic match. I tell him don't blame himself. But I'm actually going to keep my first team up here because I do want my strongest starting lineup here in this match against Manchester City. So I'm just going to go ahead and sim forward here. Let me just see something here real quick. When is the next Champions League game? Oh, it's not for a while. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here with the match against Manchester City. This may be a shorter episode, but that's kind of how I want things set up here. I do want my focus to be on the Champions League here in this episode and this particular season. Which, like I said at the beginning of the season, will be my final win for this team. So even though Torre was just sent out on a 2-year loan, we won't be seeing him anymore in his career mode. But anyway, let's see how Manchester City lines up. I'll keep the kits on as they are. Overcast skies at the City of Manchester Stadium, aka the Etihad. Sergio Aguero is up front alongside Raheem Sterling and Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne, Fernandinho, and Arthur, however you want to pronounce it, make up the midfield. The backline consists of Angelino, Laporte, Koulibaly, Trippier, and Ederson. Koulibaly currently playing for Chelsea, and Trippier playing for Newcastle United. But without further ado, we are going to be playing arguably our toughest opponent. Well, outside of Spain, that is. In Manchester City. Still debatable whether or not you want to have them up where Real Madrid are, but they are a top side nonetheless. Which in real life in the Champions League, they end up having to settle for a 1-1 draw against RB Leipzig due to a fantastic headed goal by Josko Gvardiol. Which Manchester City had their chances to put the Leipzig away, but they just... I don't know what it is about Manchester, which I'm not complaining because I can't stand Manchester City. But I don't know what it is about them in Europe, but they just find new and interesting ways to choke. They really do. And I do have to blame, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I do blame Pep Guardiola because I do think he overthinks things. I really do. That might be my thumbnail right there.
Number 25, Fernandinho. Number 17.
Yeah,
Number 20, Bernardo Silva.
It's going to be an interesting debate, which I'm actually going to ask this question right now. You feel free to leave your opinion in the comments, but who do you think is going to win the Champions League title first? Manchester City or PSG? Which I know PSG right now are currently behind 1-0 on aggregate to Bayern Munich, but yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear you guys' opinion. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League first? No, I'm not going to say either one of them is going to win it this year. I really don't think either one of them is going to win it. To be honest with you, I think Real Madrid has an excellent shot at winning it again this year. If not them, Napoli could possibly be considered a dark horse for the competition. But you can see right there, that is I don't know who was that. That's Darwin Nunez. Okay, just to make sure that was him. He doesn't have a real faith in this game. But I have to say, Real Madrid are probably the favorites at this point. Bayern Munich, I'm not sold on them. I'm trying to think who's all in there. AC Milan, not really. Borussia Dortmund, that depends. But yeah, Real Madrid's really the only team that I feel comfortable saying that I feel like I can see them winning the trophy. You can see Florian Thauvin absolutely bossing Trippier out on the right-hand side. I don't know what happened with Kyle Walker, but I'm so glad I don't have to verse him. Which, Trippier was just out of position. I don't know why he was that far forward. Which kind of mirrors in real life because in the match against Liverpool, he got caught in an awkward position in both of, you could arguably say, caught in awkward positions leading up to both of Liverpool's goals. And you could argue that it's his worst performance in the Newcastle shirt. But having said that, he really has been a game-changing signing for Newcastle. He really has. I have to say, he and Bruno Guimaraes are probably the two most influential signings of the new owners' time at Newcastle. Because the past 3 Premier League games, Bruno has not featured and they have not won a single game. And that goes to, according to last season too, when Bruno didn't play, Newcastle didn't win. Well, of course, Trippier has been a voice for the team both on and off the field. And I feel he does have management in his future, so be interesting to see what happens to the rest of Trippier's career. And I know Miguel Almiron just signed a contract extension running through June of 2026 for the team, but which I do apologize. It does seem like I talk about Newcastle a lot, but they are a team that I am passionate about. But you can see we are giving Manchester City the business here. And that should be all she wrote at the Etihad. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump to the result. They do get a goal back through Sergio Aguero. Montiel and Thomas get yellow cards. Thankfully, no reds this time. They brought in Youssef Attal and Yuri Tielemans. That's interesting. And that's Inaki Williams as well. So, very interesting signings that Manchester City have made. But with that, I am going to end things off here. Expectations high for Tielemans' debut. Didn't really do much. But yeah, the next time I see you guys will actually be... Let's see. I'm going to sim the Villarreal and Alaves matches off camera. And I'll start things off here with this match against CSKA Moscow. Then I'm going to sim these games. I'm going to... Okay, let's see. I'm probably going to sim the match against Getafe. I might play the game against Valencia. I don't know. I might end up either playing the game against Valencia or playing the game against Real Betis. It just depends on how things go in terms of results when I sim them. And then I'll end the next episode with a match against CSKA. But hopefully by the time I end the next episode, we should be in a position where we can get out of the group. So I'm thinking maybe the next episode will be the last one before the January transfer window. So that's what I'm looking at right now. I may end up wanting to feature one final episode playing this away match against Marseille. Got a big match here against Real Madrid. I may end up making 2 episodes before the January transfer window, to be honest with you. Just so I can show you guys the whole group stage of the Champions League, which... Let me look at the Champions League here real quick. Let's see where we're at. We are tied on 16 points with Barcelona on top of LaLiga table. Real Madrid lost their first game of the season, which is awesome to see. Copa de España, I'm not sure if I showed you guys this, but we are not... I'm thinking of something else, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of my German career modes, which the cup ties have already been made for that. But you look at Group D in the group stage of the Champions League, where we're at. We are currently on 6 points, Manchester City on 3. CSKA Moscow and Marseille are both on a single point. They must have drew their match, which they did, a 1-1 draw at Marseille. Actually, no, at Russia. So they drew at Russia. And then we'll be playing against the Russian side, the capital side, on home and away in the next episode. In the episode after that, I will feature a match against Marseille, which we will be traveling to the Velodrome, one of the most awesome stadiums in Europe. And we'll close off with a home match against Manchester City. So, but hopefully you guys are looking forward to the next 2 episodes before the January transfer window. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.